Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
He's running out of songs here.
You got dead ears, mate.
The accent you've given him, there are hints to me of Irish, but what were you thinking of in those terms?
You've got dead ears, mate. You seriously got dead ears if you think that's an Irish accent.
What's your favourite version of that?
Sam and Garfunkel.
Disturbed. We heard that one.
No, well, it's not. You can't say that's your favourite version because because the original.
You're talking
People talking without speaking.
Well, do you like their? But it's still.
How many covers have they done?
Yeah, too many.
A Land of Confusion.
Oh, they shouldn't.
Just a great version, Land of Confusion.
No, well,
roll the clip.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in.
Look, giving me more work to do with editing. He's done this all the time.
I know, we've only put about 6 clips in that at the start.
And no pressure on me. The time where it's like roll the clip, and I'm like, right, I got to find it.
I literally do no editing on this thing. Like he just delivers it on the Sunday.
Like no pressure on me to get every single clip of editing in that we need to do. Yeah. Total random things that you've never even heard of before.
The podcast, episode 12.
12, we made it to 12, and I bet you...
Well, you're saying it like that's a big milestone. It's not. It's not like a famous milestone to get to 12.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: when you're a baby, you don't remember how old you were until you get to like 10, and then your realization of your mind comes in. You're like,
don't they say the more you do, the less you remember because they'll become the same?
No, because think about it, when you think back to being a kid, can you remember? You can't remember anything that you did when you were 5 or whatever. All right, what'd you do when you were 5?
Watch Ghostbusters 2, mate.
When that came out, Ghostbusters 2 was there.
5.
He was 5, I was 7.
It was the scariest film.
But it was hell, yeah. It was hell for you, wasn't it? You had nightmares about the Vigo. Yeah. No, because I told you about it.
I remember it. We discussed the painting.
Yeah.
I remembered everything about it.
Yeah, because you've seen it on TV since. It's not hard to remember anything about the painting. I know everything about the painting because I've seen it on TV. I watched it on YouTube last week.
Well, why did I remember that I had nightmares then?
All right, because I remember me and you talked about it, and I said, do you remember when you had nightmares? And you were like, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So, but yeah, it is a milestone. And we are, very appreciative to everybody who's been giving comments and watching our things and liking it. I hope you like the scary movies.
I hope you're listening to it on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Apple.
And it's on Apple Music. We're on like everything now, aren't we? All the socials, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Your local social club will be there.
I'm Slim Shady, I'm the real Slim Shady. All you other Slim Shadys, you just imitate. So walk the police. Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up.
Couple of bums. So welcome to the podcast. And what do we do in the podcast?
Yeah, we discuss the best and worst of something each week, as you can see behind me.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff we've done now. What's that? When did you put that up?
I just put it there to fill the gap.
Great, so it's not even something we've discussed.
No, it is, mate. It's a superhero. It's next to superheroes.
Yeah, but today we're discussing U.S. sitcoms.
I always say it, though.
All right. Well, today we're discussing
U.S. sitcoms.
And a 2 and a 3, and we sail the ocean blue.
All I'm asking you to do is shut here.
A world where everybody knows your name.
And but before we get to that, what have you done this week? Wait! You asked me the question, what have I done this week?
What have you done this week?
Working, mate.
What kind of job is that?
Well, it's out of order. Well out of order.
I can't... Putting a compilation of celebrations happening here because that is unbelievable.
I actually started the job. The job that we've been talking about.
It's a good job.
Yeah, it's a good job. Like, people actually say to me, wow, nice one.
Yeah, how did you get that?
Yeah, they literally have said that to me. People have been like, I actually spoke to one of my uni mates and I said, I'm working at this place, mate. And he was like, well done, mate.
Finally, not ashamed to know you.
Yes, weird, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
It's like, and you know, because you always say that usual thing. Did they send you a contract? Yeah, they sent me the contract. Yeah, it's supposed to have spelling mistakes in it. Like, when it got my
names crossed out.
It was like David Zubar with their that crossed out and then my name in it. And then the thing was, because when they were talking about the timetable, my work timetable, is it right to spell Thursday with an F?
Look, nobody else spells Thursday with an F.
But the thing is, I had to do one of them things, you know, when you go on, you have to sign it on your computer, like to sign the contract. It's like done by email. But is it supposed to have like at yahoo.com at the end of the email? I couldn't tell. Oh, it was like, wasn't even .com, it was like .Nigeria after it.
So basically, all I require from you to claim your prize are a few details.
But yeah, so I'm a working man, you're a working man. Here we are. So it's like, it's not been like my usual thing of just walking the streets or whatever.
We're not bums. Walking the street.
I've been like just like walking around like in the real world, like, and people are just like,
people won't look away when they see you now.
And I mean, and it's respectable. Rent boys are respectable job in it. Speaking of that though, I actually did have a mate and he was a rent boy. You know, like a bit like Craig Revel Hall.
How'd you meet him?
He was in my last job and he was a rent boy because he used to work at some like bathhouses or whatever. And I said, isn't that like pain in the arse? No pun intended. And he was a gay guy. Like, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that.
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Like, you know, that, but he really loved being gay. That was his thing, being like really ultra gay.
Are you gay?
Guilty.
And so I said, like, well, wasn't it like a pain or whatever? He's like, no, I love it. Like, he like really loved it. So if there's any rent boys watching, just drop it in the comments. You know, don't contact me. I didn't mean that wasn't an invitation to give me a call. I'm not going to any bathhouses. That's not happening. I've got a job now, mate.
Bathhouse.
Yeah, but in all serious though, you know, got a contract now. I'm working, so give me the respect that
let's. Well, you know, these are every 2 weeks. Let's see in 2 weeks if you've actually.
If I got fired, yeah.
Have you actually been on you know, done a shift yet?
No, it's training at the moment. Toilet cleaning, mate. But yeah, right. So, but now it's your favourite part. I had to think about it then. Like, what part is it? Like, it's that hard with the actual segments we have in the show. Okay, first letter this week comes from John Bates. I was wondering.
What's the pun there?
No, I was wondering, mate. Don't ruin the joke.
Oh, all right.
I was wondering, John. Yeah, are you rich, mate? Because if you are, and do you have a servant? Does he call you Master Bates?
Don't clip that up. That's the kind of one we'll clip up.
Anyway, thanks for the letter, John. And he says, hey guys, you guys have like shorts and stuff on social media. Is there anybody in particular who makes you laugh? Thanks for the question, John. We champion a lot of guys on here who we want to kind of get to see.
We've never mentioned anyone.
Oh, yeah. Right, first of all, Jack Taylor.
No, I don't think so, no. Once Jack starts, that's it.
Well, right, yeah, okay.
Daryl blew it.
The lady said, ma'am, if we don't have a shirt open that aisle, we don't have a shirt at all.
Known for their comedy.
No, they're not known, and that's the thing. That's why we got to get them known. And Super D.
You have to ruin it.
Obviously not him, but he's the one that I love, and I think you love him as well.
Don't tell me what I like and not like.
Donald Trump.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good. We're going to feel very good and very strong.
Big Herc. Have you ever heard of? You've heard of Big Herc?
The prison guy.
He's the prison guy. So I was watching these programs about prison on YouTube just in case I go prison. I want to know what you have to do in there, you know. Like, and this guy Big Herc, and we'll show a clip of him anyway. But he's the most unintentionally funny guy on the internet because his things are supposed to be about he was inside for like 10 years, but so he's giving tips on how to be in prison. So he does videos like, what happens if I drop the soap in prison?
If you drop your soap while in the shower, let it go. It's not that expensive to get another piece of soap. Let that float away.
But his way of, his vernacular is that, see how I use vernacular? You didn't even call me up on it. See how you didn't call me up on it?
Vernacular, is that the right word?
Yeah, it's the right word, mate. Look it up. Look, I'm putting the thing, I'm putting it on here like that's what it is. So
vernacular.
Yeah, it's correct, mate. Anyway, what he says is that when you want to go prison, the one thing you don't want to get happening to you is for somebody to take your cheeks.
Ain't nobody trying to see your ass, but if you're trying to show your ass up in there, motherfuckers gonna recognize that maybe you giving up them cheeks.
He's like, you don't, because a lot of men in there want to take your cheeks, and you get your wig split.
That's a no-no, man. That's a wig split. If you haven't subscribed, I'm gonna split your fucking wig, man.
And like every comment on YouTube was like, this guy is the most funniest guy. And I showed it to my dad, not yours. I showed it to my dad, and he was like, is this guy a comedian or something? Because he's just so funny on there.
If you getting up them cheeks, you're gonna get tested. You know, the first test is a motherfucker might slap that ass while you got your towel on. Now, if you just giggle, hee, and don't retaliate, then the next move is for that motherfucker to come in there and squeeze your butt.
But I'm shouting out Big Herc. Maybe he'll shout us out. He's probably watching, I don't know. But yeah, his video's hilarious. So watch him up if you get a chance. So yeah, so that's the letters for this week.
No, we've got another letter, mate.
What? Is he?
We've got a real letter from someone.
What?
Yep. I've got, on the email
a real
address
letters!
Email address here.
Yep.
Put it up. Yeah. So we've had who's it from? And what's it say?
Well, it's on your phone, mate.
You've got the research!
No, it's on that text message I sent you, mate. Because I couldn't print it off of my printer. Well, you know, I don't want to get in the printer story, but, you know.
The printer story, tell that one again.
The printer story is not worth telling, but...
Hey, but that was...
If any of you got a printer at home...
No, don't put it in the comments. Oh, my printer does that. Prints at irregular times as well.
Irregular bowel syndrome. That's not anything I'm afflicted with.
It's not even a disease. Right.
It's from...
Here we go. It's from Reese Schofield. Shout out to Reese Schofield.
Yeah, thanks.
The first letter we've ever had.
First letter we've ever had, and here's the weird...
Fish Beast.
Did he send a letter?
No, he didn't. It's not even a letter, it's an email.
Letter. But before you say it, though, I just want to preface it by saying that, look, I've used preface before, mate, that I was literally looking at my normal emails, my human emails, and then I saw this email, and it was called letter, and then it said what the letter is going to be, and I remember looking at it going like, what's this? Is this some kind of junk mail or something? Like, you know, like, and so I deleted it just thinking it was nothing. And then I looked at the email address name because I'm just used to seeing nothing in it. Like, there's always like zero amount of stuff in it. And I was like, oh, what? That's actually email from somebody.
And as you can see from this, they're not even good questions, but we're still reading them.
Yeah, I know.
You know
It's a bad question. I think he knows it's a bad question.
It should have gone to junk mail.
Well, it should have, shouldn't it? Probably that's why.
Didn't the filter pick it up and say, this is junk?
This is actually trash. This is worse than those letters he did.
We're really making them want to email us now. Hey up, lads. Would you rather have any superpower you want, but anytime you use the power, you have to eat 3 pouches of cat food? Or every pouch of cat food you eat, you get £500, but only works once a day and you don't get any powers?
He's going on the assumption that cat food doesn't taste nice, though. Which, you know, here's the thing. When I walk past a cat food advert, you know, when you're walking down the street and you always see cat food adverts and it goes, the best tasting recipe it's ever been. And I'm like, how do they know? Because they've obviously got humans that must test it. Because how would they know? How would they know, mate? They would go give it to a cat and he'd be like, meow, meow, that's nice. No, that wouldn't happen.
No, they'd just see how much of it the cat ate.
Cats are desperate, mate. Plus, I reckon the only thing is either that, it's either a human eating it, or them cats, you see on the internet, I love you, them ones that can speak, and they're like, it's nice.
Which cats?
I love you. Oh, I love you too.
Mommy! Mommy! Garbage day!
Garbage day!
Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
Reese.
thanks, Reese.
Yeah.
Idiot.
But, yeah, so, I don't think we even answered the question, but yeah, I would eat cat food if I could taste it first to see if it's actually all right. But would I have the superhero thing, the powers? I'm basically a superhero as it is, mate. Don't need powers.
What's the power?
The power of suggestion.
What's that from?
I don't know. Well, I think I just
roll the clip.
No, there's no clip to roll. I'm not going to go find that,
the
mate.
Power of suggestion. He found it. Look.
That's the power of
suggestion. But yeah, that's it's your letters for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. But now it's time for your favourite part. The best, baby. Okay, so let's go. If you go first.
So the best US sitcoms of all time. This one, early on in its run, people were like, "Is it a sitcom or is it a kids show?"
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Classic.
The Golden Age.
The Golden Age of The Simpsons.
Yeah, aka series, arguably, 3 to 8.
If you don't know already, which you should know, because if you're watching us, you've already obviously watched the other episodes already. We've already done like the Simpsons, like we did a whole episode on it.
First episode.
It wasn't the first. It was Mario Brothers was the first episode. Yeah. It was episode 2. But the thing is, again, it's one of those ones where because it's a very early episode. There's a lot of great laughs in it.
That's the story. So I took to the pub and things were going well. I'm just like flashing. That's the wrong word. I meant I'm being flashy. Is it like?
But the audio is just not very good in it. But it's all right. It's listenable because it's like, but it's not.
We didn't have microphones, did we?
No, we had microphones, but we didn't know how to set them up properly. Like we didn't know anything. But that's like we said. If you see the room, there was like nothing in it, and it's just like echoey, and we didn't have it like insulated, so it's. Nobody cares about the ins and outs of that. But, like, it's like, yeah.
And it was the hottest day of the year.
It was very hot, but there's a lot of laughter in that, and we went through our, best and worst Simpsons. But what are the moments that you remember, like, aside from the ones we spoke about in the episode, the ones that always, like, come back to your mind? Because, let me just say one of mine, because I saw it, he put it on one of his posts. It was that clip where Homer's in the office, and I think he owes money or something like that, and then he's like, the guy's like, we're coming to get the money or whatever, and he's like,
well, good luck finding it because I'm going to take the numbers off tonight.
We'll go to the house with no numbers. And then it's
and I'll take off the numbers on my neighbor's house.
Well, we'll go.
So then we'll look for the house next to the house with no numbers.
All right, you'll get your money.
It's just little bits like that you just forget about. Like we'd forgotten about
joke of all time on The Simpsons, I still stand by it, where they need to intercept posts from Mr. Burns.
Oh, that's because you had that great idea about that, didn't you? About the voice. Because it was like layers of comedy. Because if you remember, he has to intercept Mr. Burns' post. So he goes to the post office and he's like, "Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me." And the guy's like,
"Okay, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?"
And he's like,
"I don't know."
It's like, and I remember we always obviously laughed at it because when we were kids and stuff when we first watched it, we still laugh at it now. But the funniest thing was he goes, the thing is, why did he put a voice on? And it wasn't even like Mr. Burns' voice. Like, why did he just use his own voice? He was just going to use a voice. That's the depth of that comedy.
Oh, every layered joke like that.
Yeah, some of the little really quick jokes that, like, you wouldn't, every time it panned through the house and it was like always like a load of gold and jewels and stuff between the floors or something like that, like things like that.
I always remember the one as well where it's just throwaway gags. So when he goes to clown school, and then they both burst into the room, him and Krusty, and it's like, whoa, I'm seeing double here.
4 Krusties.
4 Krusties. Well, we always like the ones that, we always say it, the ones that people don't always talk about.
Yeah.
The kind of jokes, the aside jokes that we like. Like people always talk about the famous episodes, Monorail.
So then, mono means one, and rail means rail. And that concludes our intensive 3-week course.
Yeah, they always talk about that.
Yeah, and well, Mr. Plow's always up there, but that is justified. But when we watched Monorail, we've said it in the actual Simpsons episode that
which check it out, that Simpsons episode.
Yeah, we forced our dad to watch it because we're like, oh, he'll love Monorail. When you watch it back, it's so kind of outlandish. It was kind of going in the way that the Simpsons went, which was possibly not the right way when it became just crazy storylines that wouldn't happen. I liked it, that's why I think series 4 and 5 is like probably the best because they hadn't exhausted all the storylines yet, and they were still bringing in all the side characters.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, I was like thinking of also the one we always laugh at is from the Sideshow Bob episode when he's trying to get Bart, that Mr. Thompson. And he's like, your name is Mr. Thompson. Like, when I stand on your foot and say,
Remember now, your name is Homer Thompson.
I got you.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
It's just that thing of the guy being like,
oh, now when I say hello, Mr. Thompson, and press down on your foot, you smile and nod.
No problem.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
I think he's talking to you.
That one of those classic things with the clock going by, because somebody wrote in one of the comments of our thing, if you remember from the early episodes, if you were one of them people, and thanks to you for sticking with, they said, I kind of missed that clock in the background that was held up by sellotape or whatever, and it was like, but then again, I don't miss it because it looked back.
Can. Sweet.
So you admit you touched her can. Mr. Simpson? Mr. Simpson, no!
Dramatization may not have happened.
Sweet can.
Well, we always talk, doesn't it say die, Bart, die? No, that's German for...
The Bart. The.
Like, that's the ultimate layered joke. Is that then the woman after...
No one who speaks German could be an evil man.
It's 3 jokes in one.
And one thing we didn't mention in the Simpsons when we did the episode was how it got, like, some of the jokes got ruined when it got put on Disney TV because they did that thing where they stretched it or whatever. Because then you have the Duff joke when he goes to the factory and it's got like the Duff thing coming out. It's like Duff Light, Duff Dry, whatever. But at the top it shows it's just the same thing coming out of all 3. And that's another classic joke because then the guy's there and he's just like, these are our latest brands or whatever. And he's like, and we have many more. And he's like, well, like what? And he's like,
all right. We don't have any ideas for the future. We got nothing. Happy?
No.
Oh, that thing is like prohibition or whatever when he's like, oh, we've got the new fantastic Dove Free or whatever. Like, and he's like, it's all the great taste, no alcohol. It was like 2 minutes later, it was like closed the factory. Right, yeah, so that was a great first one. Thanks for that.
Yep. You can't beat it, mate.
Well, we'll see, mate. Next one. Now, this one's a little bit of a outlier because not everybody likes this one, but we love it. But we didn't like it at first. Seinfeld. Yeah, this is a strange one, Seinfeld, because even when we love it. And when we first saw it, there's an episode in it called the Pez dispenser, and it's
terrible.
And when we put it on, it was just them laughing at them having a Pez dispenser and putting it on their knee or whatever. And we were like, "This is trash." And I remember being in college, and I had a teacher, and it was the last day of term, and he goes, "We're not doing work today, class. We're going to watch a video." And he's like, "It's one of my favourite shows, Seinfeld." And he put it on, and it was just like he was laughing his ass off, and everybody was just stone faced, just like it was embarrassing. I was just like, ugh. And I can't remember
I wonder what episode that was.
I don't know, but he was laughing at everything like we would laugh now at the episodes. He was loving it.
It's up there with the Simpsons.
It's same here. It's amazing how funny it is. What do you remember? What are your favourite bits? I'll say one of mine first, since it's my choice. It kind of relates to myself as well. There's an episode where Kramer is telling a story about he has to return some pants, and he's like, he's telling this story because this guy wants to buy his stories off him, so he's telling him this story as he's buying them, and he's like, I went to return these pants, and he's like, and I was on the way to return them, and then
I slipped and fell in mud, ruining the very pants I was about to return.
Like the Elaine out of it's like, what, you were wearing the pants? He's like,
what are you gonna wear on the way back?
No, he's like, Elaine,
are you listening? I didn't even get there.
I never made it to the store. And the thing is, so he sells these stories, and what happens later is the stories get taken on by this other guy because they're in his memoir. So then that Kramer goes out one night, and they're like, hey, tell that pants story. And he's like, well, I got these new pants. And then Elaine says to him, you can't tell that story. You sold that story. That story's gone. And I was saying, this is like it. All these years when I've been growing up, I've accumulated these stories, which whenever I meet anybody new, I tell these stories that I've been telling these podcast episodes. So now it's like, yeah, we're not big, but if we ever were big, I would go somewhere and I'd be like, yeah, so I want to tell you, I'm not going to tell them the printer story. But like if I was telling them about the brothers who took their face off.
Why didn't he just take the brother's face off and say, oh, I'm over here? He would just take it off and be like, oh yeah, I'm over here.
What's he supposed to do? Put it in the fridge or something? Or anything like that, or any of those kind of stories. People would be like, yeah, I already earned it, mate. I already saw you
played out stories.
You played out stories. Why are you repeating things? So it's like, that's weird to think, but then again, that would imply that I would be famous, and I'm not. So subscribe so we can be famous. And then, but I'd still probably tell stories. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great show. It had like a lot of fun. What was your? I was going to say, what was one of your funny parts?
Season 4. I love season 4. Just when they're pitching the show, and I just remember the bit afterwards in the cafe when they're there, and it's like what was that? Artistic integrity. You're not artistic. You have no integrity.
It's like we said when I was going for this job. Did you know I've got a job? Because I've got one now. Because when I was going for it, I looked at the thing, smart casual, and I said to him, "What's smart casual?" And he was like, "I don't know, but you ain't got it." It's like off Seinfeld, because they say that in Seinfeld. Like we've used it before. Every time when I would say like talking about my gay friend before, when we talk about things, we would say, "Not there's anything wrong with that," which is obviously from Seinfeld.
And now everyone at NYU thinks I'm gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not at all.
Yeah. So Seinfeld, that was a great choice by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great choice. Well, nice one, Dave, for picking that one. What's your next one?
I'm going to say one which might be, I don't think you'll like it.
What? I like good comedy, mate.
Yeah, well, you should like that.
No, you're going to say, no, you won't like this then, mate.
No.
That's what you were thinking. That's what he was thinking.
Frasier.
You know
why?
Highbrow.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't get the jokes in it.
It's intellectual comedy, mate.
Yeah.
It's
you like Mrs. Brown's Boys, mate.
I don't, mate. And stop saying that I like it, because I don't like it, all right? It was a little bit highbrow for my taste.
No, a lot too high. I understand it, why you wouldn't like it. It's like they're different speaking Spanish or something.
That's what I don't like about it. And then you
need to learn, mate.
His dad's on there, and he's always like, "Oh, Frasier, you little f***ing..." Like, he's just a grumpy old man. And then you've got, like, the gay brother.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. And he's always just like, "Oh, Daphne, darling, I love you." It's like, I don't believe that you're actually straight, mate. I mean, he came out as gay in real life, didn't he?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, yeah. So, I'm like, in this, I'm like, what, is she going to go out with him? And she's there doing that accent that's supposed to be Manchester. And she's like,
"Oh, yeah, when
yes!"
And then all her family came over, and they were all speaking like Cockney. They were supposed to be. It was all like,
"Where do I fit in my old china mug? Working class, of course. Gurcha, mashed potatoes." And sometimes I say, "Ricky." That means something in Cockney, doesn't it?
Daphne! Oh, I'm from Manchester!
Yeah, they would.
No, that's too good.
They're like, I got one of these dogs!
I went in and I shelled out 10 shillings on Hermosa of Selsden and the other dog. Right?
Al Pacino had a better Manchester accent than they did in that episode.
Check it out if you like it. What's your next one?
I'm out.
King of Queens, right?
Oh, right. I thought that was yours. All right, yeah. Ask me again.
What's your next one?
One which is underrated, I'd say.
Yeah, is this a bit like...
You know why? Go on.
I was going to say, is this a bit like Seinfeld, this one?
How do you know?
I don't know. What is it? I'm guessing. I wonder what it could be. Let's see. Let's find out together.
You know what? It is a bit like Seinfeld, don't they? And it might even have a character that was in Seinfeld.
To deduce things like it's crazy, isn't it?
And it is the King of Queens.
Eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight.
And then a lot of people are probably like, what even is that?
Yeah, they wouldn't know, would they?
Because this is how stacked comedy was at that time.
Yeah.
You know, the probably mid-90s to 2000.
Mid-90s, yeah, 2000.
There were so many comedies around. Seinfeld was around, Simpsons and Golden Period. Everyone Loves Raymond. And,
yeah, well,
yeah, we'll talk about that maybe later. And it got lost in the mix with them. If this came out 10 years after that, it would be everyone would know it because it would be the best ones on TV.
Yeah, because I saw Kevin James out of it talking about it, and they were like, what was it like to be like, one of the most loved series ever? And he goes like, well, you know what? He was like, it's probably more loved now than it was then, because then you had all the big boys out there, the Friends and Will and Grace and things like that. So it was kind of flew under the radar, but it's got like another life now because it's on like Channel 4 and it was on Comedy Central or whatever it was, Paramount UK for a long time. The part we always talk about. There's one where he has to go to an overeaters class, right? And it's like he goes to this overeaters class. But when he walks in there, he's just like, this looks like kind of dull. So he goes into like another class because it's got cakes in there. And he goes in there and he's just like, they're like, this is for battered husbands or whatever. So he ends up eating the cake and he ends up getting pulled into the group. And so he's just like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. And he's like, I'll just have this cake and leave. And the guy's like, is there somebody who doesn't want you to be here, dog? And he's like, no. And then so he sits in it and he's like, so what you're saying is, my overeating is not because I'm greedy. It's because my wife makes me overeat. And then it cuts to the part where he's just like, and then she calls me names.
Don't eat that off your chest. I can't believe you're so fat. Fatty, chunky, sir eats a lot. Mr. Big Pants. Fat Damon.
It was like, so she finally goes to like his workplace or whatever to see where he is. She walks into his class that he's supposed to be in. She's like, is Doug here? And they're like, I don't know who Doug is, this fat guy. Not fattest, but, fat guy. And she's like, isn't this overeaters class? And he's like,
no, this is jazzercise. Why do you have to hurt?
And when she finally goes in and sees him and says to her, she's like, what are you doing here, Doug? And he's like, I'm in my overeaters class. And she's like, you're eating cake or whatever. He's like, yeah, but...
What we didn't see is we eat the cake while looking at a picture of Hitler. That's how they get us to hate cake.
It has this classic line in it when she notices that he's been trying to lose weight. And she goes, looks like... have you gained weight? And he's like, oh, no. They have a mantra at the class. It's you put on weight before you lose weight. And she's like, that's not a very good mantra. And he's like,
well, they're fat. They're not Shakespeare. I'll see you later.
Yeah, well, they're fat. They're not Shakespeare. But King of Queens, yeah, that's a very good choice for that one that you made. My next one is this is one I wanted to talk about for a long time. So it's probably this is the last one. My last one. See what?
What's your last one?
Oh, my last one is, and some people might not remember this, but we did grow up watching it. Home Improvement.
to take that out of context.
We take that out of context.
Oh no.
And saying that because in it was about, if you've never seen it, it's about a guy who works on a tool show. That sounds boring, doesn't it? Like, he works on a tool show, but he's got a wife.
What was it called?
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah.
And he was like a comedian, Tim Allen, and he's working on the show and he's got a family and it's about their escapades. But one of the things that stood out about it was, you know, like what they get up to in like normal life. But one of the things that stood out with it was it had kind of a pattern of what happened. He would have a problem, then he would go and speak to his neighbour, and the thing was his neighbour was always behind the fence, and the whole thing was that you couldn't see his neighbour, Wilson, but you could see him.
Having a problem. I wonder why he just didn't come and tell me.
It's hard for a boy to come to his father and expose his fallibility.
Oh, it's not like I haven't seen the kid in the shower before.
But you couldn't see his whole body, and like that if somebody's never seen it before, they'd be like, this sounds like the worst thing ever made.
Yeah,
like,
it does sound bad.
It sounds bad, but he's like, and he would always be like, oh, Wilson, you know, I cut my arm off. What should I do? And he'd be like, oh, I don't know, Tim. Maybe craft a new arm out of like a tree or something like that. And he'd be like, great advice. And then he'd go and like make like, you know, something like that.
He was Mr. Feeney, you know, like.
Yeah, he was the guy who. So and then Tim would go off and do whatever it was, and it would solve his family problems and things like that. But one of the things that we loved about it was so big at the time that it was even in one of the Simpsons episodes where they're talking about like the actual sitcoms that were on at the time, where it's him on his like motor like grass cutting thing, isn't he? And he's like,
I did it! I supercharged my riding mower!
He's like, oh, I gotta get out of here or something like that. And he's like, reverses over Wilson. He's like,
oh no, I've killed Wilson. Looks like it's back to jail for me.
And I said to a girl, I was speaking to a girl, it was a real life girl, and I said,
the fact that you even have to suggest.
I can go in the garage, grab a doll, throw in her bed, go for it.
It was a real girl this time. And I said to her, she goes, because this is the same girl that I said to her, I said, what do you do? Sit around all day watching, when you're hungover, watching Friends repeats? And she was like, what's Friends? And I was like, didn't even know what Friends were, because she was young. She was legal age, but she was young, you know, like, and she goes, and I said, I used to watch this show when I was a kid where the guy's main catchphrase was, she was like, looked at me like, what the hell? She was like secretly phone dialing the police in a pocket, you know.
I'm Dave, I'm 73, I'm a registered childminder from Middlesex.
Like, but that's what it was. That was must have been a weird thing to come up with that as a catchphrase. And he worked on a show that was a tool show, and he worked with that guy, didn't he? And he was always like, "Hey Al, you didn't get laid or something last night." And Al was always like, "Yeah, f up, Tim." You know, he was like sarky.
And then that just an attractive woman,
Pamela Anderson.
Oh yeah,
there's Pamela Anderson, one of her first TV roles.
Yeah,
she was like on the show, and Al was always he was like a seedy guy, wasn't he?
Was he?
I don't know. I always thought he was supposed to be a bit like.
No, wasn't he just a nerd? I don't recall him ever being seedy. Yeah, it was always like that. It was always him just being like, "Hi, Tim."
You really respect me.
I can't go out there looking like this. Are you a man or a mouse? Come on, buddy.
I'll come round yours tonight. And it's like, no, it was just an annoying friend.
Well, if you sort of
if you're the actor, were you playing it seedy?
Yeah, were you meant to be a pervert?
He was never a pervert.
But we'll see, mate.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But you put it in one of the best sitcoms of all time, and you don't know if he was seedy or not.
Right, so that's the best ones out of the way. Now it's time for the worst. Okay, so the worst. I'll go with mine first, and it will be Big Bang Theory.
All started with a big bang.
Oh.
This is like, and here's the problem.
That was zombie Simpsons from the first
Zombie
episode.
Nation, basically.
Yeah.
Zombie Nation.
It was like that. I'll turn it on sometimes, and they'll be like, Winston hasn't got his PhD in blah, 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 blah. And then it's like canned laughter, like.
So it's settled. The fate of Doctor Who's TARDIS will be decided by a Game of Thrones-inspired death match on the battlefield of Thundercats versus Transformers. Fuck you! Where was the joke?
Yeah, white noise.
People like laughing, yeah, exactly. And it's like, there's no jokes in it. Like, what's supposed to be funny?
Someone
in
actually
it?
said that. I remember watching a video and they're like, all it is obscure mathematical reference that no one gets is the joke. And like, that's not a joke. It's not a punchline.
No, it's
for them
not.
to say, oh yeah, Pythagoras. More like, I want a pie in my oven right now. You know, it's just like, it's always just like nerds aren't like that.
You know what it reminds me of? That classic Key and Peele sketch where he's like, today we're going to be looking at hypotenuse. He's like,
I wish I were high on pot news. I wish I was high on pot news.
the guy, and then he's like, the guy next to him's like, hey, you just took my joke there. Like, it's like that. Key and Peele, classic sketches. The one that I always laugh about and always show people is that one where he's like, I said, bitch. That one's classic.
She looked at me, she said, if that's where you want to go.
No, she didn't, Chris.
If that's where I want to go. Daryl, I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch.
Hey, guys.
Hey, girl, how you?
The one I always like, the one he's doing like a MMA promo. I'm gonna mess you up on Saturday night.
There's not even gonna be a fight. I'm gonna mercy kill this old man.
You wait to see. And then the guy's like, I'll eat your soul.
When you eat through plastic tube, when you are paralyzed from neck down, then your family will gather around your hospital bed to see the new day.
And watch your family over your corpse. He's like, hey, yeah, what did he just say? He's just brilliant. And they're so good at playing all these different characters.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not supposed to be speaking about good, we're speaking about bad. But yeah, a thing that relates to basically the, what's it called? Big Bang Theory is that put that next to, remember that Friends thing where they put Friends with no laugh track on it, Ross being weird. I'll put a clip of that up.
I've learned that I can accept change.
Since when?
I managed it when Amy switched her shampoo from Prel to Prel for oily hair. Although I do miss the way her head used to slide off the pillow.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Roll the clip, because it's like, when you take the laugh track off it, it just shows how unfunny it is. But that actually gets onto, in terms of the bad, a good kind of conversation about when you have US remakes of UK shows. Let's just say some examples of them. Number one of my favourite shows of all time, and we've spoke about it before, and we spoke about it in the British sitcoms, Men Behaving Badly.
Are you working at the moment?
Yeah. Bit of this, bit of that. Bit of the other. Well, it looks all right to me. Where's your toilet?
There isn't one.
They made a US version with Rob Schneider.
What is this we're watching again? I believe it's an Iranian soap opera. Boy, what's he so mad about?
You suck.
Like, could it even be any worse than
You
that?
like Rob Schneider. He likes that.
No, look, I like
the male gigolo film. That's how bad.
It's got a few funny jokes in it, mate. That she's a big bitch. That's a funny joke.
Holy shit, it's Bigfoot! So how'd you end up here? That's a huge bitch!
I thought that was funny. It had a few titters, I thought.
At least they kind of kept the star like not attractive, like Martin McFly's Red Dwarf.
How do you feel about Betty Rubble?
I'd go with Betty. But I'd be thinking of Wilma.
Betty Rubble? Well, I would go with Betty. But I'd be thinking of Wilma.
Red Dwarf is a big one because we love Red Dwarf, and we mentioned it in our. Did we mention our sitcoms one, UK sitcoms?
Yeah, because we talked about the light switch. Yeah, but this piece here is stark, bold lines. Pray, what do you call it? It's like,
The light switch. The light switch. Yes.
The light switch. Yeah, so that's one of our favourite British sitcoms, and like they even said themselves, if you watch like documentaries on Red Dwarf, the guy they got in, Craig Bierko, is like a good-looking guy. Not me saying it, right? That's Craig Charles saying it. He said they got this really good-looking guy in to play me, and it's like if you see it, it is weird how they
it doesn't work. He's meant to be a slobby kind of guy, and then they said it themselves. It just didn't work. The casting was all wrong,
and it had the woman out of Frasier in it. Like, can we get away from her and her bad like British accent? Even
when they went down to the track to take the dog back, it didn't want to go.
Even though she is British. Stupid, isn't it? Right, yeah, so that was our best and worst. What are your best and worst? So if you know, just drop it in the comments like that, and like, subscribe, share, do all that, share it with...
Comment.
Share it with people, people who go on the moon and stuff, send it to them. They need something, like we said last time.
Airdrop it to people.
Yeah, airdrop it, just put it anywhere. Please, just send it. Like the guy who sent us the email before, when he's spamming us with emails. Just do that.
Even he's not watched it today. That's the fact.
So all that leaves for me to say is... That's all, folks.
What?
Bugs Bunny, mate.
It didn't go. See ya.
Laters.